Hello everybody, welcome back. Here we are again, round 3, and we're going to be on the play. And I'm going to keep this hand. I do not know what my opponent is playing again. One day I'll learn to scout. But until that day, I'm going to go ahead and pause it as I got here pretty early and most likely my opponent is off doing something and we'll be back shortly. So I'm going to pause it till they get back. Alright, and we're back. So I'm going to intro off with the bird. Next turn I can play the top and look, but it just gives me an extra mana for next turn. Hopefully it'll bait a sword if I'm really lucky. Underground Sea. So that leaves me to believe Tess, Ant, Doomsday, or Reanimator, just from typicals. This is a complicated thought process over there, buddy. Didn't mean to do that one, meant to F6. All these F keys on my keyboard. Alright, so Green Sun Zenith is down. I'm assuming Reanimator after seeing a Thoughtseize. This hand is not very good versus Reanimator, and we could be in real trouble. Oh, he took the top. Must have the days. We still have to go for it. At least he'll be back a little bit. I think I just played the land that I drew for the turn, so he knows my exact hand. But I think we have to go for it. We got the use. And let's see what... That's pretty good. Let's see what we're up against. And I understand it's pronounced weir, but were is the common way of saying it where I am. So we can pay for dazes. He has to force if he wants to keep us off knowing, which gives us 2 cards of information. Well, if he dazes, we know for sure he's on Reanimator. If he forces, he could be on a bug control list. I'm going to go with bug control list. Might as well limit the number of cards that he can draw. We at least have 2 green sources, so he can't eat this. Yeah, he can. He'll be able to eat that. Because he's just going to brainstorm now. We're going to want that other green source in there. We need to get his yard down so that he can't ghastly demise us. I wish something over there had been a creature. The good thing is he's a blue-based deck, so we're choking him. I know, it's aggravated assault, but he's playing blue. We have to do it. Our hand, not very good against him, though. And when I say not very good, I mean it's probably really terrible. So if he Innocent Bloods, we're going to pay a green and eat the bird most likely. That'll at least get the ooze a little bit bigger. That way in next turn we can eat 3 cards out of his yard, which still won't be enough. But he did not. So we're going after the brainstorms. Just want to get his yard size down. If he does run Snapcaster, at least they won't be value for the brainstorm. And the other one is just lose life. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Pernicious Deed looks really good on his side right now. We knew that counterspell was there, but it taps him out. It gives us a creature in the yard, so we can eat the creature and then become a 3. We're still not big enough to survive all of this. We will be eating the 2 spells in his yard here in a moment. What's this going after? Oh, that's fetch. Thought that was the Wasteland. This is probably Jace on his side. Yep. So we are eating the counterspell, though. And the Thoughtseize. Cards to... Ooh, that's pretty. To realize exist are... Excuse me. Ah, there's a force. Pernicious Deed is one card to keep in mind exists. If he Pernicious Deeds, we're in a really bad spot. So the good news is that, yeah, he's not taking advantage of the brainstorm effects. So he either has another counterspell in hand or a him. Well, it's about as good as it really is going to get for him. About as bad as it's going to get for us. So if we top deck Batterskull, we can't cast it. We do, however, have this one, which is Dryad Arbor. So if he just brainstorms and doesn't realize, we have a chance at killing his Jace, which means we can still stay in this game. Although we're in pretty bad shape right now. He'll probably keep something, kill the bird. He hasn't seen it. Yeah, he did. He saw the Zenith, didn't he? Yeah, because that's how we got the ooze. There's Liliana. Alright, so we get to kill Jace. Most likely. Jace the Mind Sculptor, point to the right person, and go. Hopefully he does not have another one on top. If he does, we could still be in trouble. We can keep Liliana limited as long as he doesn't have a removal spell. Not deep, not deep. Tricky hobbit. Yeah, you can have that one. So he's fate sealing me, which getting fate sealed isn't the worst thing in the world. When they say keep it, it's more annoying than when they don't. Yes, but when they don't keep it, see, that one went to the bottom. When they don't keep it, it gives you an opportunity. So, and with that one, the fate sealing is kind of knocked off. Hit Liliana, that way he can't edict you off. And when you've got things like this, he can fate seal me, but oh, he's returning it. Smart man. He's essentially killed it. I didn't think he'd figured that out. That one's nice. He can do the same thing here. Or he can just edict me. Yeah, welcome to pseudo kill spell. Haha, you can't edict this one. Still, we have two big problems happening over there. We're not out of it yet, just because he's kind of stuck in his position. That's a problem. That's a really big problem. Third card probably should have been the Loam, but that's okay. So let's take a look. You know what? I don't want to live on this world anymore. If you're wondering why I just conceded, it was more so in the effort to save time. Alright, let's see. Chokes. Thalias. That's a thought. He is graveyarding in a way. More so control deck, just control. If you're wondering what that noise was, it was me moving my monitor around. And I know that he's probably got deeds, so you're not very good. All that being said, we didn't see a creature, not to say he doesn't have one. Just to say I'm not as worried about a creature. You're not going to be very good, and because I'm cutting one of you and I don't really care about the other one, The real question is, do I want these? I'd take out diamonds for them? No, that's okay. The idea of thinning his deck out does not amuse me. Alright, so higher converted mana cost overall, hopefully more effective. I wonder what he's doing on his side. He's probably trying to figure out what I'm doing. He didn't see Stoneforge Mystic. I think I've played against this guy before. Osmanoguni. I don't know. Either way, he can assume that we're bringing in some number of chokes. Most lists nowadays are only running 1 to 2. And that's because the Enlightened Tutors package has become very popular. Guess we want to play first. And God, I wish his hand had another hand. I wish there was another land. There we go. Alright, so mulligan. This one, however, I will keep. Green Sun for 0. Just getting the Arbor out there. So we have different things that we can do. Next turn, if I assume he's probably going to Thoughtseize us. In which case, I mean, so be it. Nope, he's pondering. Alright, we're going to force him to have a force. This is from back in theory with the Counterbalance Mirror, where they would play and play and play, and something would happen along the lines where one of them would get something. Take that back. I'm going to waste him and drop the Mystic into play. What they would do is they would go back in time and that kind of blows. Go back in time. Wow. Yeah, they were time travelers. They would force the spell. God, I can't for the life of me think of what it's called now. Oops, gotta actually fetch one of those out. So, ooh, that's an interesting concept. They would force you to have a force of will, otherwise they would just land it, and that would be the game. And it's a similar thing as to what we're doing here. We're trying to force him to have the spell, and by forcing him to have the spells, we're basically making it so that he has to do things. So I'm assuming that he either just doesn't care or doesn't have it. If we find a Liliana next turn, we're going to definitely run him over. Did I just say if we... Yeah. I can't talk. I'm not doing well with this communications thing. I'm assuming he's probably going to him us, or he's going to kill something. EE for 0 kills one thing. EE for 2 kills 2. Any land, and yep, EE for 2. Bob, give me a land. No land. I just don't think he likes me. We'll get in there. Let's see. This is 7. We'd make this 8, and that would put him to 1 next turn. Sure. Or dead next turn? Yeah, I can do this. I swear I can. Liliana? He can't play Liliana. Okay, so he sees the choke, he sees the Pride Mage. Yeah. He just wanted to see more cards. There was that land. Okay. And game 3, because I still don't think there's anything that we really want. Guys, I'm pausing this so I can have a conversation off camera. Alright, and we're back. There's no way I'm mulliganing this hand. I have all my basics, so I don't have to worry about wasteland. I have a bird, so I can force this thing, as well as God, it just gets better. Let's see. This one's going for basic forest. Go for it. Counter all you want. Next, we're going to be doing Thoughtseize into Thalia. So we need to remember to play this one. Okay, now we're just doing Thalia. Oh, we're definitely just doing Thalia. There was a thought of actually like Thoughtseizing and going from there, but he's short of land. Let's go, team. There's a pulse. So let's see what he's got on his side. He's got nothing. He literally doesn't have anything on his side. Like, I could take the loam and let him waste a turn doing that. He can't hymn me for value. And this Snapcaster is about the only thing that I care about in his hand. Liliana will become a pain if she hits play, but if she does, like, if I get a land first, I just get to choke him. And we're choking him. So now he's got to not use blue lands and get there. And I still get to keep going after him. I don't mind this. So there's a Spell Pierce. I'm going to take this Liliana now before I let it kill me. Can't Spell Pierce that, nor can you play the counter spell. So we should be good. Mana Screw for the win. Although, to be fair, he kept that. Alright, so you can cast 2 power, or 2 costed things. And one of them doesn't untap. And if you EE for 3, I'm actually going to let you... Oh, you just wanted the loam back. Okay. That's interesting. Let's see, we hit him for 6 this turn. We have answers to most things. If he plays a kill spell, well, we'll find out what happens. Did I miss something? Oh, okay. Alright. So that was the game. Not too much in that last or the game before this one. It was just kind of an onslaught of random green, white, black stuff. So I'm pretty sure he was probably confused in that second game and wondering why he couldn't just perish my board. But half of my creatures are green and the other half aren't. So it works pretty well for getting around perish. I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. We're currently 3-0, so we have made prize. And yeah, I will see you next